Hi everyone, my name is Shivang Shravastav and today we'll deal with the map of Africa. We'll try to see ways how we can retain various countries on the map of Africa. So in our previous videos, we saw that there are two main points in our approach to deal with any map. First of all, that we need to group various countries, and second, that we need to associate a fact. It may be economic, political, historical, or geological, geographical, environment, any sort of a fact with any particular country in order to remember its location better. So when it comes to map of Africa, so first thing we can visibly see about Africa is that Africa में जो countries हैं, their boundaries has straight lines or 90-degree boundaries. ठीक है, we have this straight line boundary, we have this straight line boundary, there here is a straight line boundary. इसका reason क्या है? तो इस question का answer we'll have in history. So let's go back in 1884-85. 1884-85 में एक conference हुई थी which was known as Berlin Conference. So Berlin Conference में various imperial countries जो थी उस समय की, for example Britain, France और Germany. So they gathered in Berlin and they started to literally divide the countries or regions within Africa on a piece of paper, on the map of Africa on a piece of paper. So इससे हुआ ये कि the different countries were given to different colonial powers of that time, and जो आज का history है अफ्रीका का, that is the result of that process of colonialization. इसके वजह से there are straight line boundaries. So let us start to group our Africa into various regions. So this northern part of Africa, this would be known as Northern Africa. उसके just south में here we have Western Africa. Then here we have the Northeastern Africa. To south of it we have Eastern Africa. Eastern Africa के southeast में here, somewhat here, we have Southern Africa. So mind it is Southern Africa, not South Africa. इसके north में the remaining portion here we have Central Africa. So again here in Africa also we have divided Africa into 6 prominent regions: Western Africa, Northern Africa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are total 6 regions in which we'll divide Africa. उसके अलावा हम देखेंगे we'll also try to divide Africa in sub regions as well, which will help us in better locating different countries. So the first group of countries, that is Northern African countries. So North African countries की बात करें तो this is Mediterranean Sea, और Mediterranean Sea का जो coast है उसको adjoin near to that coast there are a lot of North African countries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these countries, in countries के बारे में they are distinct. Why they are distinct? Because they are distinct from rest of Africa because they have a difference of race. For example, they have Caucasoid ethnicity which is prominent, while in the rest of Africa the Negrito race is the one which is very prominent. So if we try to another important fact here is that these countries are the ones which are Islamic countries and they identify more with the Arabic culture rather than the African culture as is prevalent in the rest of Africa. So if we try to name each country from the west to east, we have Morocco. Morocco was a French colony. East of Morocco we have Algeria. Algeria is known for its fertilizer industry. In fact, it exports a lot of fertilizer to India as well. East of Algeria, this is a small country here, it is known as Tunisia. और ट्यूनीशिया के बारे में important fact ये है कि जो अरब स्प्रिंग था 2010 में start हुआ था. It started in Tunisia and thereafter it spread to the rest of Northern African countries and Arabic countries. East of Tunisia we have Libya, and Libya, the dictator Muhammad Gaddafi was from Libya. East of Libya we have Egypt. In Egypt we have the famous Suez Canal that connects Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea. So the next group of, or the subgroup here in North Africa, is the Sahel countries. From here to here, this region, this is the region of Sahel countries. Uh, these Sahel countries are also known for having the Sahara, the famous Sahara deserts. So if we move from west to east, we have Western Sahara, we have Mauritania, we have Mali, east of, sorry, Mali, it is Mali. East of Mali we have Niger, east of Niger we have Chad, और माली के साउथ में we have a country called Burkina Faso. Interesting fact about these countries is that these are some of the most underdeveloped countries of the world. जो different indicators होते हैं development के, whether it be income, poverty और food security, nutritional security, gender, इन सारे accounts पे these are worst performing countries, and there are a lot of reasons for it. Climatic reasons are also one of the reasons, because यहाँ का climate ऐसा है कि development is not very easily possible. The next group of country that we'll try to deal with is Northeast African countries. So Northeast African countries में here we have Ethiopia. Ethiopia has a very rich history. Ethiopia is a landlocked country. It has a very rich history. In 20th century, it is known to have defeated Italy, And apart from that, Ethiopia के जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर को 2019 में एक नोबेल पीस प्राइज मिला था, and it was given because of resolving a conflict with a nearby country which was known as Eritrea. So Eritrea lies to north of Ethiopia. This country here, it is known as Eritrea. So Eritrea और Ethiopia के बीच में एक conflict चल रहा था for 20 years, and since Abiy Ahmed, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, had important role in resolving it, he was given a Nobel Peace Prize. Eritrea के east में, this small territory here, it is known as Djibouti. Djibouti is known to house various foreign military bases. So US का यहाँ एक military base है. China also recently a few years back had established its military base in Djibouti. And why China did so? ऐसा कहा जाता है China is surrounding India by various military bases from all sides. और इसका एक और reason ये भी है कि China also wants to secure its sea lines of communication. तो अगर हम China के बारे में पढ़ें, it depends a lot on oil of Middle East, और oil के जाने का region का जो रूट है वो यहाँ से है, पर्शियन गल्फ से और रेड सी से. सो बिकॉज इट वांट्स टू सिक्योर these sea lines of communication, it has established military base at Djibouti, और एक military base is also here at Gwadar that secures the route from Persian Gulf. Apart from that, east of Djibouti, here we have Somalia. Somalia is notoriously known for the Somali pirates that work in Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. इथियोपिया, अब आगे हम जाएंगे इथियोपिया के वेस्ट में. इथियोपिया के वेस्ट में देयर आर टू कंट्रीज which is called Sudan, and south of it we have South Sudan. So South Sudan is the newest country that exists on the map of world. और एक और इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट यहाँ पे ये है कि we must have heard about UN peacekeeping forces. India is a country which contributes the largest number of personnel in UN peacekeeping forces. और ये जो soldiers हैं, a large number of these soldiers are posted right now in South Sudan, and they are doing extremely very good work. So with this we have completed our Northeast Africa. Now we move towards Eastern Africa. Eastern Africa में this is a very important lake. This lake is called Lake Victoria. So around Lake Victoria we have various important countries. Here we have Uganda. We have three countries from north to south. So from north to south we have Uganda. So this is Uganda. South of Uganda we have Rwanda, and south of Rwanda we have Burundi. So in 1994 there was a very gruesome genocide that happened in Rwanda. Please read about it. 1994 Rwanda genocide, and I'm calling it gruesome because recent history of mankind ऐसा genocide कहीं, ऐसा massacre कहीं नहीं हुआ था. There was a civil war and people killed each other with whatever they had in our hands, and around it went on for around 100 days, and bodies were rotting on the streets of Rwanda. So Lake Victoria के east में we have a country called Kenya. Kenya's capital is Nairobi and it houses the headquarter of United Nations Environment Program. It is important because Africa में Kenya is the only country to have a headquarter of a UN body at Nairobi. South of Kenya we have Tanzania, and south of it we have Mozambique. So in 2016, Prime Minister Modi went to the West African countries, particularly Tanzania and Mozambique, और वहाँ पे उन्होंने एक agreement, economic agreement किया for export of pulses from these region to India. Why pulses are important? अगर हम इंडिया की बात करें तो India has a lot of vegetarian population, so the primary source of protein for that vegetarian population is pulses. So interestingly, India is also the largest producer of pulses and also largest importer of pulses. So ताकि जो pulses के import हैं, there is a stable import of pulses. So PM Modi went to these countries and had an agreement. So this is a fact through which you can remember the location of these countries in Eastern Africa. So now east of Mozambique we have Madagascar. So it is a island. In geological past, it is said that it was adjoined to Africa, but later it split from Africa. Madagascar के east में there are two islands. This island is known as Reunion Island. Reunion Island is a French island, and it has French military base, and this island is known as Mauritius. Mauritius has a large number of population which has Indian origin, and north of Mauritius two small islands here, these are known as Seychelles. So Mauritius or Seychelles में India is trying to consult these countries and want cooperation from this country to form a military base of its own in some of the islands of these countries. For example, Seychelles के Assumption Islands है जहाँ पे military base बनाने की बात चली थी. तो please have a track of these events as well. So with this, I think that we have almost completed the Eastern Africa. Apart from this, here there is a group of island which is known as Comoros Island. So with this, we move to next group of island, which is Southern African Islands. So Southern African, we have South Africa. Within South Africa, there are two other countries. So western country here, it is known as Lesotho. And towards northeast we have Swaziland. South Africa के northwest में we have Namibia. Namibia was under the German occupation, and later it became under the occupation of South Africa, and after it became independent it was named Namibia. Namibia के east में we have Botswana. Botswana is known for its cattle population, and it is one of the largest beef exporters. And Botswana के east में we have Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe was a very good cricketing nation, and its capital is at Harare. North of Namibia we have Angola. East of Angola we have Zambia, and east of Zambia we have this strip of land which runs from north to south, and it is known as Malawi. So with this, I think that we have completed the Southern Africa. So now we move towards our next group, that is Central African countries. In Central African countries, the largest country here we have is DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. And Democratic Republic of Congo के east में we have Congo. So if we talk about these two countries, there is a river which passes through these two countries, which is known as River Zaire or River Congo. An interesting fact about this river is that it cuts equator twice. It is the only river that cuts equator twice. West of Congo we have Gabon, and northeast of Gabon we have northwest of Gabon we have Equatorial Guinea. To north of Gabon we have Cameroon, and east of Cameroon we have Central African Republic. So with this we have completed the Central African countries. Central African countries का जो climate है, it is generally equatorial climate or savanna climate, and as a result of this there is a good population of flora and fauna. The wildlife is very abundant. Apart from that, there are a lot of tribes living in this region as well. For example, Democratic Republic of Congo make a very interesting tribe lives, and it is known as the Pygmies. Pygmies are known to be the shortest human beings on earth, so please read about them. It's an interesting fact. So with this we move to our next group of countries, which is the Western African countries. So before moving to Western Africa is a group of large number of countries in a small region, so it may become very challenging to remember them, but there is some historical context to these countries which will be helpful in remembering them. So in history we know that there was a triangular slave trade. So ये जो slave trade था ना, triangular slave trade, the source region of this slave trade was West Africa. So let us imagine a triangle. इस ट्राइंगल के दिस टिप पे वी हैव अफ्रीका, हियर वी हैव यूरोप टुवर्ड्स नॉर्थ, and towards west we have Americas. So how did the slave trade happen? Africa में slaves were picked and these slaves were loaded into ships. These ships moved to America. Here in America the slaves were unloaded and a lot of slaves died during the arduous journey from Africa to America in ships, and here they were required to do forced labor. They were forced into labor into various plantations of sugarcane, tea or coffee, or they were also taken up as slave by the white settlers in America, and whatever product that was from America, it was transported into those ships from America to Europe. और for Europe से वो खाली ships again came to Africa and the slave trade, the triangular slave trade continued. So this context will help us now. So if this region is also known as Gulf of Guinea. Gulf of Guinea. So if we move from if we move from west to east in the Gulf of Guinea and remain close to the coast, the countries that we'll encounter here is, this is Senegal, and within Senegal there is a small strip of land that runs from east to west, and this is known as the Gambia. I guess this is the only country which has the in its name. This is Guinea, and northwest of Guinea we have a country called Guinea-Bissau. So I guess that in Africa we have three countries which have the name Guinea in it: Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, and here we saw the Equatorial Guinea, this country. So these are the three countries which lie close to the Gulf of Guinea. So south of it, this country we know as Sierra Leone, and the east of it we have Liberia. So if we try to see the roots of this word Liberia, this word comes from the word liberty. So अमेरिका में क्या होता था, जो there were slaves, there were some of the slave owners who freed their slaves, and when those masters freed the slaves, they were transported back to Africa. They were expatriated to Africa and they formed their own country that is known as Liberia. It is also translated as the free country. Liberia के east में we have Ivory Coast. So in this West Africa there were European traders. तो जो ये European traders थे, whatever products they traded with the rest of world, they named the countries after that product. For example, इस जगह को इन्होंने बोल दिया Ivory Coast, और Ivory Coast के ईस्ट में इस जगह को इन्होंने बोल दिया Gold Coast, because here the main product was ivory and here the main product was gold. So what is ivory? Ivory is made from elephant tusk, जो हाथी के जो दांत होते हैं उससे आइवरी बनता है, and it is a very sought after product. उसके वजह से there is lot of poaching of elephants as well in Africa, at the same time in India as well. So this was Ivory Coast, और इस country को इन्होंने बोला Gold Coast, but today this country is known as Ghana. Ghana is known for its coffee. East of Ghana we have a small country running north to south, Togo, और टोगो के ईस्ट में we have Benin. East of Benin we have Nigeria. Nigeria, with the Nigeria famous river Niger flows, and so with this I think that West Africa is complete. Apart from that, here there is a small island which is important because it's near equator. It is known as Sao Tome Principe. So yes, with this I think that we have completed the West African countries. So to revise these countries again, we divided Africa into 6 important regions. These regions were Northern Africa here, the Northeast Africa, the Eastern Africa, the Southern Africa, the Central Africa, and finally the West African countries. So again, Africa, I understand it's a very complex continent where there is a mosaic of a lot of countries, but it is not difficult. We need to practice more. We need to associate location with facts in order to better remember them, and always focus on ultimately developing a mental map within your brain. That will be a more sustainable form of knowledge. Please do not run after shortcuts कि कोई mnemonic code दे दिया, कोई acronym दे दिया जिससे you will be remembering these places easier. If you really want to know about map, if you really want to understand about it, do not run after shortcuts. Shortcuts may be helpful when you have examination, let's say 2 or 3 days, but I think that it is a long-term process, and try to gain more sustainable knowledge. So for now, thank you very much.